But now transitioning over to soccer. I'm recording this Friday night. Earlier today, the Wolves played Leeds United in a very entertaining game. I'm a Wolves fan, so I really enjoyed the game. Wolves beat Leeds United 1-0 on a own goal. Adama Traore hit the woodwork, and then it bounced off the goalkeeper and rolled back into the goal. One of the most strange goals you'll see all year, all season, all your life maybe. It's a funny goal, but the Wolves have now won 3 out of the last 4 games. They haven't lost in their last 4 games, 10 out of 12 points. They move up to 11th, and they're 4 points away from Europa League spot, from 7th, and 7th this year might get you a Europa League spot because the way City's playing, they're in the finals. It looks like they're going to win the FA Cup against Tottenham. If City wins the FA Cup and they win the league, then that 7th spot becomes a Europa League spot. So now the Wolves are just 4 points away from a Europa League spot after a very rough early and middle part of the season. It looks like the Wolves are finally turning it around. In Nuno we trust. Believe in Nuno. But the star of this game was Rui Patricio. I believe this was his best game all season. I've watched all the Wolves games this season, and I believe this is Rui Patricio's best game. Yeah, went in that rough stretch that we had. Rui Patricio had a couple rough games. Not gonna lie, I was kind of like, whoa, what's going on, Rui Patricio? Especially after the season you had last year. Like, don't let me down, man. He had a couple rough games. I was on those YouTube posts. I was on those Twitter threads, and there was fans that were calling for Rudy to start as the backup keeper, and then he had his mistake in the FA Cup, and then we're like, okay, like let's not that crazy. Rui Patricio is a starter, but to see him have this great game, keep that clean sheet. Leeds United, as we all know, is a very attacking team. They don't sit back. They go propose the game. They're always in the opponent's box. They always have a lot of shots on target. They're always sending their wing backs. Patrick Bamford has been scoring a lot of goals this season. We knew this game was going to come down to if the Wolves defense was able to stop the Leeds United offense. And for the most part, they did. But when they couldn't, Rui Patricio was there to stop him. Rui Patricio looked big on goal today. He had crucial saves all throughout the game. But in stoppage time, he had a crazy one with his foot that looked like it was going to be the equalizer for Leeds United. It looks like we're going to not win back-to-back games again. But Rui Patricio, best game of the season. I tip my hat up to you. I've always loved you as a goalkeeper, especially since I became a Wolves fan. I respected the hell out of you. I thought you were a great keeper, starting goalkeeper for Portugal. But this season, not the best season, but this was a great performance. If the Wolves continue to play like this, I think they could definitely make a push for Europa League. I think William Jose has been a pretty good signing, pretty good loanee signing. He definitely offers more of a presence in the box, but I still see him kind of stagnant. He's not making too many runs in the box. He kind of is just waiting for the ball. I need to see him make a couple more runs to the front post, or maybe make like a looping run to the second post. But he's not bad. I know he's frustrated. He hasn't had a goal or assist yet, but I think it would come. What I really like about the Wolves in their last few games is the Nuno has been playing Adama Traore on the left side, and he's played Neto on the right side, and this really allows them to cut in and shoot. And I love seeing that, especially because when Raul Jimenez was there, he had great ball movement. That's one of the things about Raul Jimenez. He always knew how to get open in the box. He always knew how to use his height to win balls in the air, and he always knew when to make the run to the first front post, when to make the run to the second post, when to stop and like wait for the cutback pass. Raul Jimenez, elite player. This season has just proven how beast of a player Raul Jimenez is. I have 2 of his jerseys, but I digress. Because we don't have Raul Jimenez, players getting to the touchline and being able to send a good cross has been not as important, not as key, because there hasn't been that player to be at the end of those crosses. So now that we have Adama Traore and Neto playing on their opposite of their weak foot, it allows them to cut in and shoot. And I think that's the strategy that we need to go for now that there's not really someone to send the ball into the box. These wingers got to find their own shots. They got to find their own attempts. So now we saw it with Neto. We've been seeing it with Neto coming like these last few games that he started there. But now, like today, he had 5 shots on target or 5 shots overall, the most he's had in any Premier League game. And even at the first half, he looked very active. He looked like he was eager to take shots. And that was a welcoming sight. Like, dude, if Neto, this season, you've been our best offensive player by far. You're 20 years old. You should have all the confidence in the world. Neto, take over, man. Take over. Get the ball on the right side and cut in. There's no reason why you can't be like a Robin type player. You have all the physical tools. You have a beautiful left foot. If you're on the right side, keep cutting in, man. Take your shots. He had a beautiful shot. The goalkeeper stopped. It was going top left corner. He took a slight deflection, but that's what I need to see more. The goal itself came from Adama Traore taking the ball on the left side of the field and cutting in, bringing it inside and taking a nice shot that was going to go in the top right corner, but hit the post. Then it bounced back and then went in. We all saw that goal, but I really like that. I think going forward, that's what we should do. The inverted wingers, Adama Traore on the left, Neto on the right. And that's the most dangerous I see us. And if we keep doing that, if we keep solidifying our back 5 now, we play 3 center backs. Rui Patricio looks like he's picking up his form again. The back 5, the back 3 center backs seems to have stopped the leaky defense. Inverted wingers and William Jose gets more involved. He gets more comfortable as time goes by with the Wolves. The Wolves could be a real threat for Europa League, and that seemed crazy just maybe 2 weeks ago. 2 weeks ago, that seemed crazy. We were fighting for relegation. Fans were super depressed and demoralized on social media, on any Wolves post, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, wherever you were looking at Wolves posts. It looked like the house was falling down. Nuno was out there. I was never a supporter of that. But now the Wolves look like they could turn it around. They could potentially get a Europa League spot, and that excites me because it means that we could keep all the players we have. We might be able to sign some marquee players, and I just believe in this team so much, and I'm loving what I'm seeing these last few games. 10 out of 12 points. There's no reason why the Wolves could keep climbing up this table, and I'm excited for the rest of the season.